All right, up next we have Bianca Chiovanni, who is the owner of Simplicity Beverage Company. Come on up, Bianca. There's your clicker.
Thank you.
Press the green button, and please mind your time.
Awesome. Good morning again. Thank you to BevNet for this finalist opportunity. Thank you to everyone here present in person, as well as those tuning in online. Again, my name is Dr. Bianca Chiovanni, and I'm the owner of Simplicity Beverage Company in Atlanta, Georgia, where we produce flavor-forward, distinctive tea and lemonade flavors. I've come to understand that Simplicity, the target audience, is an individual actually ages 18 to 20. They're open to trying new concepts in terms of restaurants, beverages, things of that nature. They are calorie, carbon footprint, and chemical conscious, and would typically use platforms such as Instagram to stay on top of local beverage and food trends. But that's not how Simplicity started at all. Simplicity Beverage Company started on a quest to do better. So in educating my patients, what I noticed was no one took into consideration what they drank in terms of creating a healthy lifestyle, only what they ate, myself included. So that led me on a quest to self-formulate in my own kitchen my unique tea and lemonade flavors. Those flavors are Basil Breeze, which is our premium basil lemonade, where a 16-ounce bottle comes in at 100 calories. Guava Goodness, I did change the name. It's not Guava Goddess. Shout out to GT's Kombucha. Where a 16-ounce bottle actually comes in, it's kind of cut off there at 180 calories. We also have Fulfillment, which is premium mint-infused green tea, which comes in at 120 calories, and Island Time, which is our tropical flavored hibiscus tea, which is 130 calories per 16-ounce bottle. And so when I was doing my focus groups and beverage tastings around Metro Atlanta, and I can't lie, it was very easy and low-hanging fruit to sample my patients as my focus group, I kept getting the same question over and over again. How is this good for me? What does this do for me? How does this benefit me? And so that repeated question allowed me and led me to create the Droplets of Knowledge. And the Droplets of Knowledge are printed on the front of each Simplicity bottle, and what that is are little healthy factoids about the potential benefits of what's in the bottle. Never intended to be medical advice or medical direction, I like to consider it a micro dose of education so that, again, consumers can be more cognizant and aware of what they are putting in their bodies. Throughout the weekend learning here at BevNet, I've learned a new term, the term functional beverage. I'm very familiar with functional medicine, but I didn't even know what a functional beverage was. Companies are adding things like adaptogens, botanicals, amazing products to their beverages, and I understand that Simplicity is not a functional beverage. I like to consider it a beverage with multiple functions. And what I mean is, for those of us who maintain a healthy lifestyle, Simplicity products can be enjoyed as a treat or an indulgence. But what about the individual that's on the cusp of getting on medication, who understands that they need to start making some better choices immediately, or the trajectory of their health could be at risk? So Simplicity could also be seen as a tool to help people start to make more cognizant and, again, more healthier beverage choice options. I took a very, very, very unique approach to entering the market. A lot of people, their goal is to get into big box retailers, stores, things of that nature. I took a D2C approach and actually launched Simplicity on online food delivery platforms, because we all know that food delivery services exploded within the past year and a half. So currently you can find Simplicity on Uber Eats, Postmates, DoorDash, Grubhub, as well as 2 ghost kitchen concepts in Atlanta, which are Forest Street Eatery and Oak Street Eats. And at those 2 ghost kitchen concepts, I'm actually the only beverage option that's offered. So based on the algorithms, you kind of, if you're looking for something to drink, you kind of have no choice but to choose the Simplicity product. We're actually, each 16-ounce bottle, currently the SRP, or the suggested retail price, is $3.99. And we currently offer a Simplicity sample pack, which is a four-pack, 1 bottle of each flavor, so people can understand which flavors resonate with them and what they choose to purchase in the future. My vision for Simplicity, of course, is to increase the distribution footprint, regionally and, of course, nationally. Do I understand that we're not a functional beverage? Am I here to solve all the health issues? I am not. But as a doctor, do I firmly believe that this could be a strong contender for someone looking to make clean, healthy options? I absolutely believe it does. Thank you.
Well done. Let's slide up to the X here. Thank you. Eric, let's start with you. Bianca talked about simplicity as having an opportunity to be a tool and a treat. Do you see it that way?
Yeah, so I applaud simplicity for a lot of aspects of the presentation, so thank you for sharing that with us. I think it's really interesting you didn't know about functional beverages until this week. I think that's a really nice lightning that you've stumbled upon, and to find the term this week I think is pretty impressive. I think your product smells beautiful. It has a nice aroma when you open it, and so it really kind of sets that taste expectation from the onset. I think, and I love hearing about your route to market. I think that was such a novel approach because the functional beverage industry is quite large and crowded, and I think you found a nice way to reach your consumer there. I question if you start to scale with the current package, I think it's going to be hard to communicate that treat in the current package. So I think you probably found something on the D2C route, but I wonder how that scales to brick and mortar retail.
Because we're new to market, that's another reason why I actually came to BevNet. I know for a fact I don't know everything about distribution, so I'm really leaving myself very open and flexible to learning. So that I don't go in very rigid, and that, if I find an option that's going to be suitable for us, I'm 100% for it.
Maxie, what do you think of Bianca's presentation? Are there any questions, concerns that you have with what she brought up and the information that she shared?
So the two things, just congratulations for launching this and seeing your patients and being motivated to help. I appreciate that. And the online food delivery exclusivity, genius. Completely genius, and any kind of data you can garner from that will be unbelievable who actually ordered it. My question though is I know calorically you're trying to stay at a certain level, and you see like the other brands here, the sugar's really high.
Okay.
And so what is your position on that?
My position currently is just getting feedback from consumers. Right now, like just for example, I checked this morning, we have nothing but 5-star ratings per Uber Eats. But again, with my co-packer, who's based in Atlanta, my HPP facility is in Atlanta, so it leaves me very flexible to make immediate changes. My co-packer is actually open to doing very small runs, so because we've just started producing, he's open to making any changes as the market deems appropriate.
That's a huge win to have a co-packer like that.
Yeah, let's talk about the label, front of pack. Bianca talked about droplets of knowledge. John, what do you think of that approach?
Well, I think, as far as the package goes, just looking at it as, person who's seen a ton of beverages, it looks a lot like a cold pressed juice to me. And I think that's kind of the wrong positioning for this type of product. I think similar to what, Maxine said, like, the sugar is going to be an issue. And I think, you can solve that either with like, a smaller package, or you can do the, age old, add water, margin goes up. It's a good deal. But, I think that will be something like as you expand that you'll need to deal with. I mean, the flavors that you've created are tremendous. I think it's definitely a super tasty product. It's just going to be how to really scale that. And I think that seems like the most, obvious solution or thing you need to work on at this point.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's stay on scale. Ken, what do you think about simplicity as a scalable proposition?
I think there's a couple of things to talk about straight away. One of them is how the label would be faded out by putting it on retail shelves. It just doesn't pop. Secondary messaging, I think, is your romance copy should not be wasted on that valuable front panel. You need to take really succinct messages and make them bolder. Your romance copy that you've got all those droplets of knowledge, got to be on a side panel. Has to be on a side panel, in my opinion. The other thing is I appreciate the fact that you understand the term functional beverage. The way your product is today, it's a refreshment beverage with some functionality. I mean, it's just, you have to lean in on one or the other, in my opinion. And the way you are right now, the product's delicious. I mean, it does not taste like hogwash. I like Island Time. It is really delicious. If I had vodka, I wouldn't be sober right now on stage.
Let's talk about that later.
Yeah, Much later. Well done.
Oh yeah, I'm still on Eastern time. I'm sorry. Excuse me.
All right. Bianca, very well done. Thank you so much. Thank you.
you.